Hello, and welcome to Reality TV News Update, where you'll find the most recent news, entertaining moments, and exclusive behind-the-scenes content. Fans of Big Brother 27 have been speculating about Vince Panaro's early elimination, one of the most shocking twists of the season. Many people thought Panaro was a player who was both extremely entertaining and strategic. Now, after staying quiet since finale night, Vince is finally breaking his silence. He also claims that what transpired was the production's plan all along, not just gameplay. It was never about the votes. In an exclusive post-elimination interview, Vince didn't hold back. He began, looking composed but clearly still frustrated. Let's be real. Before eviction night, I was aware that my fate was sealed. The edit, the diary room sessions, everything was hinting at it. It wasn't about the votes. My elimination was planned. Fans remember the week vividly. After surviving 2 nominations and striking a temporary truce with his rival Ashley Hollis, Vince appeared to be on track for a long run. But when a last-minute twist gave the head of household power to Keanu Soto, a close ally of Ashley's, Vince's game crumbled overnight. That twist came out of nowhere, Vince recalled. We were told to expect a reset week, but not that it would happen that night. No warning, no heads up, just surprise. A new HOH has been added. And of course, it went to the person who wanted me out. A confident rival who became a target throughout the season. Vince was portrayed as the showman villain, cocky, funny, and unpredictable. However, he claims that all of that was a component of the production's shaping of the narrative. They love characters like me, he said with a smirk. They want someone who drives ratings, stirs emotions. But when it's time to pivot the story, they need a fall guy. And I was that guy. He explained that in the days before his eviction, several of his private conversations were selectively aired in ways that made him seem manipulative. Vince stated, people saw me as scheming 24/7, but they didn't show the full context, like how I was defending Rachel Riley or helping Riley Jeffries after that fight. None of that was considered. What made things worse, he says, was realizing that some of his castmates had already been tipped off about production's direction. I started noticing people acting differently around me, he continued. When I entered, conversations abruptly stopped. Even Keanu told me, it's not personal, bro, it's business. That's when I knew something was up. The emotional fallout. Despite his tough exterior, Vince admitted that his eviction hit hard. He admitted, I'm not going to lie, it stung. When you give 24/7 of your energy, your mind, your strategy to something, and then it's ripped away not because of gameplay, but because of a storyline, that's brutal. He described leaving the house as surreal. Walking out that door, hearing the crowd cheer, it was weird. Part of me was angry, part of me was relieved, but mostly, I felt misunderstood. Vince took some time away from social media after the finale aired, saying he needed to get perspective. I saw comments calling me arrogant, toxic, and controlling when the edit started to circulate online, words that do not define me. That's why I stepped back. I needed to remember who I actually am outside that house. Vince on his castmates. And what's next? Surprisingly, Vince says he holds no hard feelings toward his former allies and rivals. Ashley and I have actually talked since the finale, he revealed. People think we hate each other, but honestly, she's one of the smartest players I've met. I respect her hustle. As for Keanu Soto, the man whose HOH sealed his fate, Keanu played the game he had to play, Vince admitted. I can't say that he didn't deserve that power, even though I might not have liked the outcome. Still, he doesn't shy away from teasing that the full story hasn't been told. Let's just say that there were alliances, conversations, and deals that people didn't see. I've got receipts. He laughed. Maybe I'll share them someday. Fans have already started speculating that Vince might be in talks for a Big Brother, second chances, or even a spin-off appearance. When asked, he stayed coy. Never say never, he said with a grin. If I return, it will be according to my terms. And this time, I won't play their storyline. I'll write my own. A candid reflection. For all the controversy, Vince's reflection on his Big Brother journey ended on a surprisingly humble note. He stated, at the end of the day, I learned a lot about myself. The house puts you through mental, emotional, and spiritual tests. You see what people will do when they're under pressure. Sometimes it's ugly, sometimes it's beautiful. He paused, then added with a laugh, would I do it again? Probably. But I'd walk in knowing what game I'm really playing, not just the one on the feeds, but the one behind the cameras. The view of the public online. Reactions to Vince's comments have been mixed. Some fans are defending him, insisting the show manipulated his storyline for drama. Others argue that Vince is simply bitter about being outplayed. Regardless, his confession has reignited debate about Big Brother's authenticity and the balance between competition and entertainment. Vince Panaro may not have won Big Brother 27, one fan tweeted, but he definitely won the edit war. Whether you believe his elimination was planned or just poor timing, one thing's for sure, Vince's voice is back, and he's not done talking. He left fans with one last message as he ended his interview. Don't believe everything you see on TV. Sometimes, the biggest game is played behind the scenes, not inside the house.